you guys stuck with it?
I think you should go home to your baby right now. Congratulations, buddy. Yeah, no, it was a hell of an effort. I mean, kind of went after the guys the last couple of days, and to be honest, all year they've been a resilient group. And obviously Millsy willed the game. His third period was incredible. But I liked our resolve. Even if it was 2-0, our bench was pretty calm. I mean, in the sense that we weren't panicking. I like that. We weren't all in. If they score the next goal, maybe it's over. So I like the bench the way they were. Honestly, I didn't do much tonight. Those guys did a hell of a job.
How hard is it to stay patient in a game like that where you're down going to the third, and how far has this group come in that regard?
Well, it's hard because sometimes, you press so hard, somebody gets a 2-on-1 or 3-on-1, the game's over. So I thought we really did a good job of backing up when we did aggressive. We had a great possession time. And then, some of the concepts we talked about after the second, offensively, they were working for us. Had a bunch of shots we missed, but we got some really good looks in the third.
You've been challenging your stars a lot lately. To see them lead the way in the third period, I mean, as a coach, that must be pretty.
Yeah, I mean, Millsy's last 3-4 games has been pretty strong. I mean, he's been pretty. I think he willed us in the game today. Obviously, Best getting the 2 goals. Hopefully, that loosens him up. I liked Lindholm's game today. Good 200-foot game today. I thought he was really good. PD's line had some good moments too. I thought. One of Mikhail's better games. Hoggy was on the fourth. I honestly, even the fourth line when I had him out there, I thought they were doing. So I don't mind the way we had it constructed with a 4 center tonight. It was kind of, I thought some guys had more juice.
You threw a lot of ice time at Quinn, and basically spent the whole game in the offensive zone. What about what you got from him tonight?
Yeah, he's. Anytime he gets the puck on the blue line, he's going to make something happen. So the one thing with Huggy is that he's got good lungs. You can play him that, but we got to be careful too. I mean, you can't overplay him. But yeah, he was good.
I know if you've lost 4 in a row, you'd probably take a sleepy win over anybody at that point.
Right.
But is there a benefit, either emotionally, mentally, to do it against the opponent you did it and the way you did it tonight?
Well, what I like about it is it's 2-0. Maybe the last 3-4 games, the bench would have been a little different, antsy, a little bit of frustration. I didn't, slamming sticks and stuff. I didn't see that tonight. There wasn't frustration tonight, even though we were down 2-0. Maybe that's now we're trying to graduate, to that, not that frustration. That don't get mad at the refs. Those are the little things that you can't do in playoff time, right? And so we got to start to figure that out now, and I thought tonight was a really good game for us to not get all those little things, that frustration, all that stuff. So I thought that was big for us tonight. I'm telling you, the bench was great.
And I don't know how many shots Lindholm finished with. I think he had 5 through 2 periods. He seemed to play maybe his best game other than when he got the 2 goals. Do you think if you can do it, ideally, Miller, Pettersson, Lindholm, on different lines at center?
Yeah, I like it, and I like Teddy. I thought Teddy bounced that 4th line out. I thought he was good too. As long as we got to spread the wingers out, and I thought Gars helped Lindy. I thought Gars chased some pucks down. So we'll see how it pans out. And at odd time, you load up a line every once in a while. But I think for now, having those 4 centermen's pretty strong, I think.
You guys played very physical tonight, so how important was that physicality to the end result of the game?
Well, I think after Seattle, I think guys wanted to play more physical because, we didn't really play a physical game there. So it's nice to see that guys get rewarded by playing physical,
And based off the end stats, Miller had 8 hits.
Yeah.
So, you talked about kind of his leadership going in. So what does that do when, a star player on the team is also being physical and leading the team in hits to the rest of the group?
Well, I mean, obviously it's huge. When you see him hitting, everybody wants to hit. But even I just thought his will tonight was strong, and I could feel a lot of guys. He was leading the way, and they were following him. And there was not, and like I said, he was really calm. He was one of the guys talking to the guys. Hey, it's only 2-0. Even with like 13 or 14 minutes left, he was saying, "Hey, keep doing the right thing." So that's the nice thing as a coach when you hear your leader say that.
before the tying goal, you had a timeout. Was there any message from the coaching staff in that timeout, or was that just the players
Before the
leading
goal?
that? Before the goal.
Well, we had we were talking about some looks. A couple of guys made some comments, and we want, I wanted the heroic one-timer. I'm not saying it was because of me. Trust me, that's not why. But there was a kind of a rotation, and somehow, obviously, the one-timer worked out. Getting puck in Millsy's hand and maybe have PD go down, PD on the back door. That was the play. And before we even got to that, obviously filled with a rocket scores.
It seemed like Nikita Zadorov had a particularly strong game, especially with his confidence carrying the puck up ice.
Yeah.
Was that a key to kind of breaking the Bruins' forecheck?
Bruins are very structured, very, very well coached. They've been doing this for 10 years. As long as I know, for the last 10 years, they just know how to play under pressure if you watch them. They soft lock a lot where they take the middle away. So we were trying to get the weak side defenseman get up in the play. That's why I thought we did a good job of adjusting a few things that Boston was doing. So you saw our D jumping up, Myers got there. He had a couple looks. So we did get the weak side D up there against them, but it's hard to, they're a good hockey team. They're just even though I felt, I don't want to say the word dominate. We had a lot of possession time against that team. They're comfortable in their own skin, even when you have the puck. They don't run around, and that's the pedigree they have, and that's the stuff we strive for. So what the other team has a puck a lot. Can you just stay in your system? And that's the way that's their pedigree.
When they take that 2-0 lead, and it's a play that, if you watch it on video, you'll probably like a bunch of the defensive work from your team, but it's a bouncer into the back of your net. In that moment, does it feel like it could be one of those nights? How do you think the bench reacted to a bad break like that? Yeah,
like I said, maybe last week or a few games ago would have been different. But we talked about it yesterday about our resolve. That's what I love about this group. They took the criticism or whatever you want to say from the coaches, but the bench was terrific. It's one of the best I've seen in this last 2-3 weeks. The calmness. There wasn't a lot of frustration. I saw it even after that goal. Hey, did it go off Cole's toe or something?
Or it might have been time.
Did it? Oh, it went off. Okay, but it's an unfortunate play.
Seems like I think you don't have to spit all.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.